7 years ago, my hubby and our 2 little girls at the time piled into our Kia Sedona minivan and drove halfway across the United States to move to Arizona to start the next chapter of our lives. I was terrified to be leaving all of our friends and family behind and going to a place where we knew no one, but so excited at the same time. We left Minnesota with the heat on and freezing our buns off and arrived in Arizona to 108 degrees. Our daughter, who was not quite 3 at the time, would cover her mouth and yell at us to turn the heat off whenever we went outside. Moving to Arizona has become one of the best decisions that we ever made. I didn't realize all the pain and unhappiness I was experiencing when we were living in Minnesota. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was literally a stay-at-home mom as we only had one vehicle at the time and my husband needed it for work. I spent my days like walking to the park, maybe doing 30 minutes on the treadmill in our basement, and then just waiting and waiting and waiting for my husband to come home. Most of the time, I would be in such a bad mood when he would get home and I'd be searching the want ads. But a job wasn't really what I wanted. My dream was and always has been to be a stay-at-home mom. I was super lonely. Fast forward to now, living in Arizona, 2 more little girls joined our family, and I have a passion for fitness and wellness. This last February, I ran my first marathon. My kids have become involved in numerous activities. About 3 years ago, my oldest decided to join softball, which I was so thrilled because she was following in my footsteps. I actually played softball all the way up until I was pregnant with her, so I was so thrilled. She was randomly placed on a team with a husband and wife duo coach, and the wife and I became friends instantly. She would constantly talk about oils and how they helped her sister with head tension and how they helped her with her hip discomfort and how they helped her daughter with seasonal discomforts. And she was currently training for her 3rd marathon. So we were instant friends. I thought she was crazy though, like crazy oil lady. There was no way that I was ever going to get into oils. It took about 9 months of listening to testimonies of her friends and family using oils, and I finally got my kit. However, I still was not convinced. 2 days after my kit arrived, I started getting tingling in my arm and in my fingers, numbing in my face, and I would like see spots. I knew this feeling all too well. Within the hour, I'd be hiding in my closet with an eye mask on, earplugs, and a puke bucket nearby. The head tension would be so incredibly horrible, I can only imagine that it was similar to someone hitting me with a jackhammer. I've been having these little symptoms for the past 3 years and probably about 5 times a week. It was horrendous. Nothing seemed to help except for one little pill, and even that was not the solution. I would see stars, my vision would constantly be blurry, and I would have trouble seeing, which is really scary when you're driving around 3 little kids all the time. And they just would tell me, keep taking it, it's helping your head, isn't it? I decided to take my health into my own hands, and I wanted to find someone and something that was actually going to help me. I had no idea that oils would be what was going to help me. So, a few days after I got my kit and those symptoms started, I remember my friend had told me to take a drop of Thieves and put a drop on my thumb and then push it to the roof of my mouth and hold it there for a few seconds. So I tried it. Within maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, I was as good as new. I was shocked I could not believe that it happened. My husband came home from work and I was like, you're not gonna believe this. And I was like, it needs to happen again so I can prove that it wasn't the oils. I still was not believing it. So of course, 2 days later, I get the symptoms again. I do the same thing with thieves and I get the same results. From then on, I believed and forever changed my life. Now we use oils for non-toxic cleaning, first aid support, immunity support, and physical discomforts. Fitness is one of my passions in life. I use them for all the soreness after a really great workout. I love to do home workout videos. I do bleachers on the weekends with my friends. Like I said before, I did a marathon in February, so running is obviously one of my most favorites. And a lot of that, you get stiffness and all of that. And oils have helped me through all of that. My goal in life is really to help people live a healthier and happier life through oils, through fitness, through all of that. And I'm so excited to share more about how I use a drop of everything.